Imagine this. You arrive at the airport prepared to board your own private jet. It's your jet, your plane, your time. But then something shocking happens. The crew refuses to let you board. They tell you it's not possible. What would you do? This is exactly what happened to a black woman, a situation that would leave anyone confused, frustrated, and maybe even embarrassed. She had every right to be there, yet the crew turned her away without any clear explanation. The denial wasn't just about a missed flight. It was about her identity, and it struck a nerve that many people could relate to. This wasn't just another travel mix-up. This was about a moment where her authority as the owner of the jet was questioned. And that moment would spark an unexpected chain of events that no one saw coming. She arrives at the airport, ready for a smooth, stress-free journey. After all, she owns the jet. This isn't her first flight. But as she walks toward the boarding area, something feels off. The crew members approach her, and instead of the usual welcoming smiles, there's a cold, businesslike tone. Without hesitation, they tell her she can't board the jet. It's an overbooking issue, they say. But as the minutes drag on, that reason doesn't seem to add up. How can there be an overbooking on a private jet that she owns? She tries to reason with them, but the crew just stands firm. She's left in disbelief, standing there, trying to make sense of it. Her emotions begin to swirl: anger, confusion, and a deep sense of humiliation. It's not just about being stopped from boarding. It's about being disrespected in a place where she should have full control. The woman is caught in an impossible situation, her own jet, her own flight, but none of it matters. She's being denied something so simple and fundamental: her right to travel freely. Just when it seems like things couldn't get worse, she takes a deep breath and calmly speaks up. "This is my jet," she says, her voice steady but firm. She pulls out the proof, showing the crew her ownership papers. The words hang in the air for a moment, and the crew is silent. They pause, exchanging unsure glances. For a brief second, it's as if they can't process what she's just said. The disbelief is written all over their faces. How could she, someone who, by their judgment, didn't fit the role of a jet owner, actually be the rightful passenger? It's a moment of stunned silence. Then, slowly, the crew's demeanor shifts. They start to fumble with their words, trying to recover from their earlier stance. But the damage is done. The look in their eyes betrays their surprise, their struggle to come to terms with the fact that she's telling the truth. The woman stands there, a mix of frustration and resolve. She's not backing down, not now. The woman doesn't waste a second. Without hesitation, she makes a decision that will change everything. She tells the crew loud and clear that they're all fired. Every single one of them. The words are like a shockwave in the room. The crew is taken aback. They never expected this kind of response. After all, they thought they could handle the situation with a few excuses and brush it off. But she's not backing down. She's standing her ground. And in that moment, her decision becomes final. Firing the crew isn't just about fixing this one situation. It's a statement. a powerful one. She's taking control not just of the situation, but of how she's treated. By making this bold move, she's sending a message one that says, I will not be disrespected no matter who you think I am. The implications are huge. It's a reminder that no one, regardless of who they are, should ever have to accept mistreatment, especially when they have every right to stand tall. It's more than a job loss for the crew. It's about accountability. And for the woman, it's about making sure her voice is heard in a world where her authority and rights were questioned. As news of the incident spreads, the media picks it up quickly. Headlines explode across news outlets and social media, with people all over the world reacting to what happened. The story isn't just about a woman being denied boarding. It's about race authority and standing up for what's right. Some outlets focus on the shock factor, questioning how such a thing could happen in the first place. Others dive into the details, asking why the crew acted the way they did and what might have led to their refusal. It's not long before social media is flooded with opinions, some supportive, some critical. On one side, many people cheer for the woman. They see her as a symbol of empowerment, standing up for herself in the face of injustice. Comments flood in praising her for not letting the crew's actions slide, for taking control of the situation when others might have walked away. But as with any viral story, there's also a wave of criticism. Some question her decision to fire the crew, saying it might have been an overreaction. They argue that the situation could have been handled differently. The crew, they say, might have made an honest mistake. Others, however, are less forgiving, calling out the crew's obvious disbelief and disrespect. As the debate grows, both sides get louder, but the woman remains the center of attention. Whether people agree with her decision or not, her story is now everywhere. At its core, this incident shines a light on deeper issues that go beyond a single flight or a moment of tension at the airport. It brings to the forefront the reality of racial prejudice and discrimination that many people face every day, often in places where they should feel most in control. This woman's decision to stand up and take action is more than just a response to being wronged. It's a reminder for all of us that no one should ever be treated as less than they are, regardless of their background. It's a call for accountability, for respect, and for standing firm in the face of injustice, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. So, let's take a moment to reflect on what we can do when we see something wrong. Speak up, stand tall, and never accept being treated unfairly. If you found this story powerful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories that matter. Together, we can make a difference.